Hello all, welcome in. I realize I might be blowing out the audio. I didn't do the rant thing. I'm not the best streamer. Uh, Hello Tin, good luck with your Black Friday shopping, you madman. And welcome in, of course, to Presso. Yeah, we are gonna, revive an old favorite of mine. So I had a deck that I played, a nice little favorite rogue deck, that was centered around Torterra. This one specifically. Evo Press, this attack does 50 damage for each of your evolution Pokemon in play. So you get 6 evolution Pokemon in play, you can do 300 damage. Pretty good. You pair that, however, with the Grotle, that lets you go find a grass Pokemon every turn. Per Grotle. So you get like 3 of these guys in play, you're just like cooking. So that setup's really good. The issue that it had before was a very sad one, and that is that these two Turtwigs, and 2 Turtwigs we have in standard format, have 80 HP. 80 HP is not a great number right now. You know what's a good number? 70 HP. Because 70 HP lets you go find them with a Buddy Buddy Poffin. 80, no go. So, that is now remedied by this card. Where are we going here? Precious Trolley. Search your deck for any number of basic Pokemon, put them on your bench. AKA fill your bench with Turtwigs. So that's what we're going to do to revive this deck. So, let's start. I figured we'd build this together rather than me just showing up with a list. And we'll see how it works. We're going to do 4 Turtwigs. This is going to be pretty thick compared to most Stage 2 decks you are used to, if you played the game before. Because we're going to utilize Grodle's ability. So, Turtwig tryharding. Welcome in, Ashwin. And we got the Gen 4 music today, obviously. Because, Turtwig. And then this is going to be our main attacker. So we're going to go with 3 of these guys. We are going to put in 1 of this. And that is because these guys take 2 grass energy. This one only takes 1. So in a pinch, if you can only get 1 grass energy on him, he'll work. He does 30 damage for each grass Pokemon play, so he'll max out at 180, so not as good. Obviously, more HP, EX. So more HP, but 2 Prizer. This Torterra is really nice, so it's got 190 HP. 190 is not a wonderful number for the format, but we can fix that. Kricketune, Swelling Tune, your grass Pokemon in play, except any Kricketune, get 40 HP extra. So that Torterra then becomes 230. 230 is a very good number. So that'll be the way that we do this. So let's do one of those, and one of those. And Cricketots. I like this little art where he's on the log. It's good art. Happy belated Thanksgiving. Yeah, happy belated Thanksgiving to you all as well. Alright, so main attacker's main engine right there is the turtles. We do want some kind of draw engine though. So in the past I have used the barrel. I'm thinking with the idea that we're going to go with here, which is like a TM Evo kind of play, that, you know, the grass searching on Grotle, we can get away with the Stage 2, I believe it's a Beautifly? Yes. So once during your turn, you may draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand. So, I think we're going to use this guy. We're going to do a 2-2 thick line of that. I think we only have 1 Wurmple in Standard. Right, where's the filter? Show me all, just in case there's one that I don't have the cards for. But, yep. So we're gonna go 2, and then it's Silcoon, right? Beautifly evolves from. I always forget which one is which. We'll probably do 2 of this. We might cut it to 1. But we'll start with 2 just because we'd hate for one of them to be prized for Evo, and we're only going to play like 1 or 2 candies in this deck. We're going to expect to evolve raw most of the time. Alright, we're already looking at a fat 22 Pokemon. But I do have one last consideration, which is to put in Rabska, just to bench protect. So with the amount of Pokemon we have in here, that's probably going to be a 1-1. and just a nice to have if it can work. We may even cut it just for space because there's a hell of a lot of no space. Do we play the collect version because it has the word collect on it, even though it has 40 HP? I don't think we do. I think 40 HP does matter because Turtwig has 80, so that would be 2 Dragapults. As opposed to 3. So I think we still do play Temporal Forces. Plus doing 30 damage isn't terrible against like a Roaring Moon, say. Okay, fat 24 Pokemon. That may or may not change. Okay, so in the past, I've used reversal energies to kind of get around this 2 energy here. But, we now have counter gain, which will help, because that counter gain will take care of that colorless. So, I think we're just going to go straight grass energy for this. And we'll probably start with 8. Feels like a good number to start with. And whether or not we stick with that, we will see. We may cut that. Again, we're running low in room. We have so many Pokemon in this deck. Excuse me. I got it. Oh yeah, we were playing Ticket to Ride yesterday at Thanksgiving with Depresso's parents. Alright. So, as we mentioned, our ace spec for this deck is going to be the Trolley. All aboard the Trolley. We are going to be using the Arven engine to find that Trolley and to find TM Evos. So we're going to put in 4 Arvens. We are going to put in 2 TM Evos, just in case one's prize. Really only need that first turn. After that, we're searching with Grodel, obviously. Bug catching sets. We'll start with 4. We might cut this to 2 or 3. But just to grab some grass energy, it will be nice. Supporters, I feel like we're probably going to go a pretty standard package. We'll do like 2 Ionos. Obviously got to use the one with the Luxio in it. Probably do 1 boss. And like 1 counter catcher. I do want a counter gain. Maybe 2 even. We'll start with 2, and we might pair that back. What else do we want? We want Ultra Balls, just in case we need that. TM Evo can't find it or whatever. And they'll also help us thin our hand. Obviously, you can see I have preferences for the arts in all of these. Poffins are going to be near useless. Poffins will get us Kricketot, Wurmple, Rellor, but those guys should come out on the bench first with the Trolley. What we need to replace as the game goes on is Turtwigs. And so those cannot be Poffined. So we're going to grab Nest. We're going to start with 4. I have to figure out what stadium we want to use. If we want to use Artisan, we'll pair that back. But we do want probably 1 to 2 stadiums to just bump opponents' stadiums. Where's the filter? Am I just dumb? Oh yeah, I am dumb. Don't answer that, chat. Getting Pho and Longmont. Just picked up some Teal Mass Ogres. Nice, very nice. Yeah, I picked up the premium collection from that store, Tim, because it was just like such a good price the other week when I was there for a tournament. It was like $30 or something. Yeah, Depresso, I feel like you would like Pho, because you're on your ramen phase, and Pho is just like... It's just another, like, soup-based thing, like ramen, right? So... Alright, let's see. What do we go with here for our stadium? So, like... There's part of me that says put in 1 Gravity Mountain. And here's why. Yes, that fucks over our Torterra, because it gets minus 30 HP, but it also fucks over Dragapult, which is the only thing that we won't be able to one-shot right now. And I can't think of another way besides maybe a Defiance ban to one-shot a Dragapult. But that does screw up because then the Dragapult can just hit us back for an OHKO. So that's like a hard maybe. And with the amount of space that we're looking in the deck, it's probably going to become a no instead of a maybe. Jamming Tower would be very bad. My instinct would say Jamming Tower, just to screw over your opponent. But we need our tools like crazy. So I mean, it's looking more and more like it's going to be an Artisan angle. Yo, Paradise Resort! Retreat cost of Psyducks is lower. We could do League Headquarters. You know, League Headquarters isn't a bad idea. Well, changing my mind. League Headquarters very well may be a bad idea. If we need to bump a Jamming Tower immediately to use our TM Evo, but then we can't use our TM Evo. So that's probably not it. We do have a lot of tools in the deck. So maybe we run Town Store? Although, how many of those are we going to need on demand that we're not just going to Arwen for or attach earlier? Temple's the other consideration. Again, just fuck over your opponent, and if we're not playing Reversal, the Temple is actually not a bad call. So let's just put in 2 Temples for the moment. I feel like that'll be good. Okay, clear this filter. Something I want to consider is the Luxurious Cape to put on the final Torterra to make it just a 330 tank. Is there anything else we might want? I am looking. I am thinking. Just checked the website because their ad said it was up to 70% off on some items, but I looked and there's only 20% off. Classic. Don't you love that? We don't really need a choice belt. There's nothing above 300 V-wise that we're trying to hit. It's not like when we had to take out Mew V-maxes in one hit before. Clearly, heal 60 damage from each of our lightning Pokemon's gonna be good, right? No, we're gonna go just full grass. I feel like Crispin and mixing in other energy is not it. Keywords up too. They carry a lot of weight. Yeah, clearly. I did like a Cynthia's Ambition in this deck before. But again, we're like tight on room. We're at 60 right now. This is our initial gut reaction, of course, but yeah, I mean, if we had if we had the Beautifly, we shouldn't need Cynthia's? Question mark? I think we do 1 Defiance Band for the Dragapult matchup. I think the Dragapult matchup's going to be our weakest, honestly. And we just kind of accept that. Because Zards, we hit weakness, so we can one-hit KO them easily. Dragapult's not so much. Let's see. Energy Lano, no. We've got the bug catching sets for kind of dual purpose there. Maybe 1 Vessel? Maybe. The bug catching nets might be enough, honestly, depending on how many energy we go with for our final count. So we'll see. I don't really think we need any of this. Oh, you know what we haven't got? We haven't got any recovery options in here. We're gonna get to that eventually. There's like super rods and stretchers and stuff down at the bottom. That's gonna create some issues. Or not create some issues. Add some stuff to the deck that we have to cut. You know what I mean. Okay, so I think we're gonna put in 1 Gardenia's. Also, look at this art. This is beautiful. I pulled this once, gave it to a friend who really, really likes grass Pokemon and Gardenia. But I think we put in one of these. Because ideally we're setting up a second Torterra while the first one tanks, and that will just help with that. Even if we only get one extra grass attach from it, I think it's worth it. So one copy it is. No. Watson keeps randomly attacking me and then running away. Yeah, he seems like he was in a mood, so... we don't really need heavy ball. We're playing everything thick. Thick! Ba -ba -ba. You know, actually, maybe instead of Defiance Band, Kieran is the shout. Maybe Kieran's the shout. Because the amount of times that we're going to have a counter gain on, and we won't be able to Defiance Band, but we could Kieran. And Kieran also gives us a switch out of Stall. So I feel like that's a good 1-2 combo there. I kind of wanted to switch in the deck anyway. So we'll Kieran, and we'll get kind of best of both worlds. Okay, so... Lana's Aid seems like it should be good for this deck, but I think because we can just find Grass Pokemon immediately, that we're better off just using Super Rod. I don't think we need a Lana's Aid. So we're going to skip her for now, especially since we're, you know, already kind of at 63 cards out of the deck. Vacuums are always nice, but again, we're kind of running low on space, so no. We already have our pink, obviously. Stretchers. Okay, I think we go at least 2 stretchers, if not more, just to get Torterra energy back. It may end up going 3. We'll have to see. Actually, let's start with 3. And then if that becomes less, it becomes less. I always love to have space for a Pal Pad, but we just do not. So, let's see here. Good old pot helmet. Yeah, let's, I'm not seeing much else. Oh, we want probably 1 candy. I think 1 candy, just in case we need to get to a Torterra in a pinch. What else? Oh, chat, check this out. Some of you might care about this. Where are they? Is it here? I got the league stamped one. We have a local who's given us some old codes very kindly. If you explained it prior, I missed it. We were out to lunch with the parents. What's the function of this deck? So this deck functions around the Torterras. And it's just kind of a grass flood deck. I will show you that after we get through these trainers here, because I don't want to lose a spot in the list of all of them. Basically, the more grass Pokemon we have in play, the more evolutions play, the more damage we do. Ah, here we are. Rod. Definitely 1 Rod. I think 1 Rod and 2 to 3 stretchers will do us everything we need. We've already kind of covered the switch with the Kieran, which I like. 2 for 1 special. Let's see. etc. Okay. Yeah, so this Torterra does 50 damage for each evolution Pokemon in play. And this Grotle lets you go find grass Pokemon from your deck once per turn per Grotle. So the idea is that we get a couple Grodels in play, we get a whole bunch of grass friends in play, evolved up, and then we're doing a ton of damage with somebody who's only worth 1 prize when they finally knock it out. And the reason that this was difficult before was this Turtwig has 80 HP, and we have a card that lets you go find 2 70 HP Pokemon, and those, obviously, that card cannot find these Turtwigs. But now we have the Trolley. And the Trolley says, go search your deck, fill your bench. So you can go grab, like, 3 Turtwigs, a Kricketot, and a Wurmple first turn. So very good. Okay, so I had a thought while there. We don't necessarily need 2 stadiums, we just need 2 stadium bumps. So let's do 1 Temple of Sinnoh and 1 Vacuum. Just because the Vacuum is more, versatile. Pull off a tool or something. So we're looking at 68 cards, but Facecamp's covering it. It's like, there. So we have to cut some, obviously. First thought is going to be... Do I even have a first thought? I don't have thoughts at all. Let's cut this cape. Let's cut the cape. I like the idea of the cape. The cape's got to be, like, on demand. Let's see. Let's go to 2 stretchers. We may have to bump that back up, seeing how we feel. Do we want to go to 1 counter gain? We might go to 1 counter gain, just to start with. It's gonna feel bad when that's prize, but... Boom, boom, boom. Let's go to 3 bug catching sets and no vessel. We may end up going to 7 energy too. Yeah, let's just go to 7 energy now. Alright, so we'll need to cut 2. Cut maybe 1 Ultra Ball. Because the Ultra Balls really only help us with that first Grodel, and we should have enough ways to find that. So, should have enough. We'll see. 1 more cut. Who do we cut? I'm hesitant to cut a Grodel. I feel like you need that 4-4-3-1 split. Yeah, I don't really want to cut any Pokemon, even though they're literally over 1/3 of the deck, which is crazy. God. Did we go to 2 Ultra Balls and just 3 bug catching sets? I think we do. I think we do for now. Alright. Turtwig Trolley. Renaming that deck. Get some fancies. Let's get something green and leafy here. There we go. And weed. Weed. Alright, let's try it out. By the way, one of my challenges, 400, 3 tools. Okay. As long as it wasn't put EXs into play. Let's try it out. I'm sure this will go great. No, I actually quite like this. Because there's gonna be great games where we can do Trolley, TM Evo. And just like set up turn 1. We're gonna opt to go second with this deck, by the way. So that we can do the TM Evo play, because I think that's the way to do it. TM Evo lets us get the Turtwigs evolved to 100 HP Grodel, which means they won't be able to be taken out by a Greninja, an opponent's quick Greninja. Or, alternatively, we can evolve the Rellor to a Rabsco with the TM Evo and just prevent the bench damage. Period. Oh my god! Instantly, the horror. Alright, we are going second, please. I can't wait for the trolley to be prized this first game. It's gonna be so great. This is not an Arven. This is not an Arven deck. Hello? It's actually a god-awful starting hand. Playing this game on a 1440p monitor, you see just how low-res some of these cards are. Either that or I really should be wearing my glasses. Could be both, believe it or not. Top deck the Arven. No, another Turtwig. Alright, let's do a little bit of prize checking. So we're gonna grab a Warp Ball and a Cricket's Hot with these two Nest Balls. But let's figure out what's prized and what's not. All the Arvens are there, all the bug catching sets, the trolley, the Dievos. I could have had it all. Rolling in the deep. That Turtwig up front we are assuming is not living, so we will attach the bench one. Looking great. He loves starting with no supporters or anything. It's okay, we're getting the bad game out of the way so that we can get the good game going. Gotta get the jitters out of the way. There he is, string cheese boy. Make it rain. Oh, and the Cypher Maniac? Bro's got it all. Cypher Maniac, Energy Search Pro, Rare Candy, I assume? Unless that last card in his hand is literally the Rare Candy. Ah, Goldango Energy Search Pro. Yep. By the way, guys, does the frame rate of the game feel good to you? Because my little preview window in Streamlabs is a little off, but I don't know if that's just Streamlabs. Clutch Pokestop. Bug catching set? Alright, we still are kind of in the game. I probably shouldn't have promoted the Turtwig, but... Sulavu. Where is my Silcoon? There it is. Enter. Looks fine. Okay. It's probably just my preview window then, just trying not to, like, render too much. Here, I probably could just click over and just look at... Oh yeah, I'm looking at it on Twitch now, and it looks fine. Just Streamlabs being a little jumpy. There was an issue, I asked because there was an issue at one point with the max screen capture on Streamlabs, but Streamlabs now has a dedicated like Mac OS screen capture thing, and so that was supposed to fix that. Oh my god, it's so Jover. I mean, I think this game was over the moment that we didn't have a supporter, but we'll kind of let this play out. There's still a chance that we can pull something back, because single prize deck versus two prize deck. But it looks increasingly less and less. Especially if they start flipping heads on this Togekiss. Basically, when you take a knockout, you flip a heads, you get an extra prize. You did not need to use 3. That was kind of insulting. Alright, we go next. Be gone, demon! Your pale butt. Uh-oh, the game broke. Small indie company Pokemon, by the way. Can't make a good game client. Uh-oh, you guys get to see my desktop. Luckily, it's the second monitor. Doesn't have anything actually on the desktop or anything personal. That's why I'm like... No need to cut away to another screen for a second. You guys could just see my wallpaper. Dead. Don't worry, it was just the first game jitters. We're fine now. We're going to start Arven in our hand every game from now on. We go second, we start Arven Grass Energy, and we win. Hey, game, remember when I said that we start Arven? Or, like, literally any supporter? Please. Please and thank you. Ooh, it's Reggie's. Or Regis, as Depresso once said, which I found so funny. They were just, like, looking over my shoulder at my my decks, and they were like, what's Regis? I was like, that's so good. I'm not making fun of you. I thought it was funny as hell. Starting hand must not be it for them if they're putting this much on the Dragon Sword. Well, no supporter again. You'll love to see it. Oh, we have one in hand. Okay, I was like, 2 prized? No, just 1. It taunts me, dude. All the Evos, all the Trolleys, all the Arvens in deck. It taunts me. We're just gonna grab 2 Turtwigs, so we can get the most out of these 2 Grottles here. They may knock out this Wurmple. If they do, they do. Regis! Regis is back with the help of Pikachu. Ultra Ball, so that was their top deck, otherwise they would have used that to grab Squawkabilly last turn. Brad Ninja. So the Reggies have this ability, for those of you that don't know, the Reggies have this ability where if you have all 6 Reggies in play, the Regigigas can attach energy from your discard pile every turn. Pretty good, right? We'll feed you the non-energied one, I guess. Pretty good. It was limited by the fact that you could only have 6 Pokemon to play, so you had to play just the Reggies. Now we have Area 0, which gives you up to 8 spots on your bench if you have a Terra in play. And so now you can use that engine. That Regigigas does not have to attach to a Reggie. So you can use that engine for other attackers. So specifically what people are playing with right now is the Pikachu EX. It's Terra, it does 300 damage, it can't be one-shot. It's pretty good. Does not look like they are going to be getting off an attack here, so we'll get 2 Grodels and be able to set up pretty easily. There's that Pikachu. It's Pikachu! So you see Topaz Bolt, 300. You have to discard all 3 energy from it. Oh, dude, the trolley? You're a little late. But we'll use you anyway. So let's grab 1 more Turtwig. We don't really have to worry about bench. Well, we do with the Radiant Greninja, actually. We do have to worry about bench. So, is Rapska in the deck? It's not, actually. We probably don't put Rellor down. Well, we don't really need anybody else, though. Alright, we'll put Rellor down. We'll do this. This. Sundrent Shell to grab Silcoon, and Sundrent Shell to grab another Grodel. We can't evolve that Turtwig, but just for next turn. Evolve Silcoon, and then pass. But they're not really looking at much better. They're going to get this Dragon Sword here, and then who knows what. But yeah, this Pikachu does 300 damage, but then you have to discard the energy from it. But that's not a problem when you have Regigigas, and you can just put it right back on. So that's why this deck's actually kind of good again. I think there were 4 of them in day 2 of Sacramento this past weekend. Pretty good. Bro is still trying to find his Area 0, however. He's going to get the, I imagine, bundle back? Oh no, Lightning, okay. I thought he was going to get the bundle back and rebundle us to somebody else, but... Hey! Trolley brother! Maximum Trolley. 1 Reggie. I don't agree with this guy's sequencing, by the way. So we're going to have an issue here in that we promoted the Grodel without energy, thinking that it would matter. Like, he would knock it out, and he hasn't knocked it out. So he's just kind of spinning his wheels. So what's he going to get back with the Sonar, the Trolley? Stretcher. Okay, sure. So we have... My point is that we have an issue in the fact that we can't attack with this guy unless we get the big Torterra, which we may. So we're gonna do Beautifly. We're gonna Stoke Draw and see what we get. Stoke Straw, not Stoke Draw. Yeah, okay, there we go. So let's see. We will Arven for... I mean, we'll get the Evo just to thin a little bit, and then what we get here? I mean... Do we just get a bug catching set so that we can kind of get grasses back? I feel... Actually, let's just grab the Stretcher, and we're just going to hang on to the Stretcher for a while. Let's do some Sun-Drenched Shells. Nope, not you. Big boy. Evolve to the big boy. We're going to be doing 180 here, which is enough for the baby Reggies. We're going to Sun-Drenched Shell here and grab... I don't even know at this point. We're going to start filling our hand for no reason. We'll grab Kricketot. We have an Ultra Ball so that we can always Ultra Ball if need be. We can also... Actually, let's just do... let's wait next turn. We'll get one more Sun-Drenched Shell out of that. Because we already Stoked Straw. So yeah, here's why we played the 1 EX. It's not particularly because it's an EX and has big HP or anything like that. It's just because you can attack with 1 as opposed to attacking with 2 on this Torterra. So... So all it took was our opponent bricking for like 3 turns for this deck to work. To be fair, we also bricked for 3 turns, so If we were both going well, I still think we have a good matchup. Just going for the boss stall angle. Okay. So we should do a quick... Oh, okay, they concede. I was going to say we should do a quick deck check and just make sure the Kieran was in there. I didn't actually look for the Kieran switch, because we do only play one of the EX, so we couldn't do that same kind of tactic again. Welcome in, Mr. Nick. My notifications, my custom follow notifications are broken, so apologies for that. Maybe that's a project I do this weekend. Maybe I sort those out and figure out what the hell happened to them. We go second. But yeah, welcome in. We are playing with some turtles. Hey, so deck, I played 4 Arvins. If we could see any of those, or even just an Iono first turn. Hey, there we go. What are we up against? Colress fighting. Okay, so it's lost Pika. Wait, no, fighting. It's lost something. Devo missed? What are we up against? Penny? Oh, no. This is Ogerpont Noivern. Neither of that really matters because the big Torterra does not have an ability and is not an EX. And it's not a basic. So I still think we're okay. Oh, he's giving us the shrug. What's he got? He's got crap? Or he doesn't know what our deck is. Another Arvin. I mimic you. I don't care about you. Yep, Noivern will not be helping you here. Sure, you can Ghost Eye. I have 80 HP. It's a liability most of the time, but it's nice right now. Alright, Trolley, don't be prized. It is just that easy, chat. This is how the deck is supposed to work. Alright, so we're going to Trolley for the gang. Yeah, looks like one Turtwig's prize. So, or no, we've got... Never mind. Trolley. Turtwig, Wurmple, Cricketot. Do we got 2 Cricketots here, or just another Turtwig? Or another Wurmple? Let's do another Wurmple. So we've got the one on hand, so we're going to do that. And then... Wurmple. TM Evo. Giving us the old happy face. And then we're going to Evo a Turtwig and a Wurmple. So the next turn, we Sundrent Shell for the Beautifly, and we start drawing. And it's just that easy. It is just that easy. I don't know the Temple of Sinnoh's going to do us much. I forget what stadium they play. Is it like League Headquarters, or is it Jamming Tower? Either way, we're not particularly worried. I think this matchup's kind of free, because they're meant to wall, but they just can't wall this deck. There's no EXs. Well, I mean, there is an EX, but we're not going to play it. Our main attacker is not an EX, doesn't have an ability. It just kind of does not do anything to us, this deck. When are you going to turbo energize? We should have checked if the candy was in deck so that we can candy attack with active this turn. I mean, we still can. We have deck searches next turn, obviously, but... Ooh, are you going to give me the town store? I'd appreciate that. This is absolutely not the guy to pull out in this situation. He's grass weak, homie. But you do you. Also, Temple of Sinnoh's going to actually matter here because they're putting on a double turbo. Counter gain, sure. Okay. Bravery Charm, it does not matter you are grass weak. That does not change anything. Yeah, I think this deck just gets hard beat. Only puts him one with the Turbo Energize because he thinks he's safe. Alright, let's Town Store. We're going to grab, I guess, the counter gain out of the deck and just throw it on somebody to thin. But let's just double check here. Candy is there. Okay. So. Here's how this works. You Sun-Drenched Shell for another Grotle. And then you evolve, and you use his Sun-Drenched Shell. And you go Friend, in this case, Beautifly. Temple. We'll Arven for the candy, just to thin it out of the deck. And ideally, we hit, like, we hit a bug catching set that then hits us a Torterra Grass Energy. No. That's fine. We can afford to take this slow. Like I said, this matchup's kind of free. He can bring this up and knock out this Turtwig all he wants. We've got the counter gain on this one, so we just go stretcher that Grass Energy back, evolve to Torterra with a Sun-Drenched Shell to find the Torterra, and then we just start winning. Nest Balls are actually kind of clogging my hand with this Beautifly. I probably should have burned the one that we had when we had the trolley, but, oh well. It's our third game with the deck, so you live and learn. Yeah, go ahead and demolish, homie. Mist Energy, sure. Okay, yeah. Realized the predicament that he was in. Yeah, it seems like a pretty free matchup for us because, turns out your wall does not work. That deck is bad. I say this as somebody who plays wall decks. You know, I like them. But you gotta know when you're playing a deck like that you are just gonna get matched against things that you go, I am playing an inferior deck because my shtick does not work. Pikachu sleeves. Do we think he's on Pikachu? Lost Pika or Reggie's or something? But that last game, that Arven for Trolley, CM Evo, Grass Energy in hand, felt so good. As opposed to before, where it was like, oh, I have to string together Nest Balls and pray. Artisan and shit. Yes, go first. We like that. We like going second here. Turtle. Well, we know the trolley's not prized, because it's in our hand. Hopefully both Evos aren't prized, so we can Arven for bug catching set Evo. Bug catching set of Grass Energy, and then go to town. See, this is where it's like, okay, if we had Earth and Vessel, we could guarantee a Grass Energy, but I feel like our statistics are just high enough, is what I was going to say. Okay, so let's Evo, and I guess we'll probably bug catching set just for next turn. Or do we... Oh, he did not attach, so he's not going to be able to attack next turn. So let's do the candy so we can put pressure on. So what are we looking at here? Pretty good, pretty good. Pretty good. Trolley. Bop, 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 and... Probably don't want him to boss cut our draw off, so we're going to do that. I don't know why the trolley takes forever to disappear from your screen. And then we do the same Evo we did before. We do a Turtwig and we do a Wormpole. Easy peasy. So if we don't get a grass energy next turn, we can put the pressure on with this Torterra. But I'd prefer to just do it with the little one. I guess he could Turo up this Greninja, but that would be the only play where he gets an attack off. But thanks everybody for hanging on this Black Friday. If you braved retail stores, physical retail stores, God bless, dude. Wait, I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna mute myself first. Sorry to edge you like that. Oh, Jesus. Okay. If you braved retail stores, hopefully you are not... I'm gonna sneeze again. I think I'm done for real this time. More power to you, is what I'm trying to say. Excuse me. Couldn't get to it in that time. This is actually kind of crazy. You guys like my audition to be a mime? Anyway, this is like ideal for this deck, right? Is we are hitting 300 on turn 2 with a 230 single prizer. We are, unfortunately, because of energy, gonna have to switch this Torterra, so... We could honestly probably afford to cut a Nest Baller here if we wanted to add something else in. I'm trying to think of what else we would add. What did we cut that we didn't particularly want to cut? I should have actually gotten the Turtwig with that second Nest Ball instead of using the Sun-Drenched Shell. I don't think it's going to matter that much. We're kind of set up. Let's Arven for... I don't even know. Counter catcher, maybe? We're gonna make him spend 8 energy to kill this Torterra. It's got 380 HP. So it's pretty good. But yeah, what did we want to... Maybe we do Earthen Vessel? No, I don't like that. Maybe another Ultra Ball. Maybe we cut a Nest Ball for an Ultra Ball. Just for situations like this, say, where we can Ultra Ball away the useless Relo or Rabska, and free up the hand for more draw with Stoke Straw. That might be the way to go. Let's plan on making the edit after this game, then. Okay, buddy, are you going to be able to get 8 energy when 6 of them are in your discard already? Stretcher helps. Oh, he doesn't even have his Togekiss set up yet. Crazy. And my favorite part of playing Rogue decks, people don't know what the hell they do. So he put the Manaphy down out of fear that I was somehow like a bench snipe deck. I'm not. But people don't know what these cards do, because they don't see them. So that's always fun. Make it rain for 400? Yes, very nicely done. Give him the thumbs up for that. However, this is why we went and got the counter gain, because now we can take a knockout with the not EX Grotle. Or not EX Turtwig. Torterra. Jesus, I could speak. So we'll Sundrent Shell Torterra. I'm gonna Ultra Ball the Relor and Rabska and probably fail it. I want to try to find Super Rod or Stretcher and get another Turtwig back on the bench. So let's Stoke Straw. Those are not those cards. But we have another option. We have another chance that is not option. So we'll pitch these. Right, because we've got multiple of those in there. We've got 2 Arvens still. Oh, we just have Stretcher in there, it turns out. Just kidding. But still. We'll find the Arven, find the Stretcher, put the Turtwig on the bench, we're fine. Like I said. Let's burn this Nest Ball. Put down... Grab Turtwig back. Put him down. Oh, Sundrent Shell, just to thin a little bit. I want to vacuum their Pokestop. I don't know what to do it with. Do I do it with the Counter Catcher? I think we do it with the Counter Catcher. We've got Boss in hand if need be. I would have liked to have just found the temple and bumped it, but... Sulavu. Alright, surely one of these has to be Rod or Stretcher, right? Yeah, okay. And the Grotle, too, so that was the biggest thing, is we want this Turtwig to be able to evolve to a Grotle, so we can do 300 with Torterra. We have not gotten any value out of Gardenias yet. Like, this would have been like a great turn to find Gardenias. and just attach to this other Grotle here, so we're ready to go. Yeah, enjoy that candy. How many retrievals have they burned? Just one. So they've still got plenty of retrieval options. Yeah, I'd love a consistent way to attach grass energy when we're not... That's not just counter gain grass, but... You know, maybe... You know what? Okay. Remember how I was like, I would love 2 counter gains so that one's prized? Here's another situation where a second counter gain would be great. So let's cut an S-ball for a counter gain. That feels good. Because we just don't have acceleration, right? So, counter gain is acceleration, essentially. Good, you love to see it. I want to just, like, make them go through a Beautifly, but the Togekiss could mean that's game. So I think we have to do this, and we're going to stretcher back the big Grotle, or the big Torterra. Unfortunately. So let's do this. Do this. We'll stretcher back the big boy. We do still have the Kieran to switch. So that we could hit with this, and then if they don't one-shot it, then we switch to the other Torterra. So let's Iono. We're all hiding at the bottom. Love to see it. Just Stoke... I think we can afford 1 Stoke Straw. Yeah, because I wanted to bump the Pokestop. Is there really nothing else? There's a grass so that we can bug catching set when need be. So we are going to make them burn 8 energy again in order to get this knockout, which is nice. They can do it, because they should have 2 superior energy retrievals left. It's just a matter of if they can find that exact combination of cards. There's 1. Okay. The hesitancy made me think no. Oh, so they have boss, and they're just going to hope to flip heads on the Togekiss? And they did it. That's one where I'm not mad about the coin flip, right? It takes a lot to set this guy up. The deck is not reliant on it. So the coin flip's really just adding something to the deck. It's not make or break the deck. I hate when a deck is made or break by coin flips. Because then it just feels like there's no skill to it. The skill is just getting improbably lucky. Right? It's kind of the idea of, like, winning at a slot machine versus winning at poker. Like, yes, there's randomness in poker, but you've also worked for it. You've, you know, bet and stuff. Or blackjack, where it's like, you know, you have to ask them to hit you and stuff. Yeah, we can absolutely go to 3 nest balls. We could probably even go to 2. We'll see. See how it feels. Put in another counter gain for sure. But we may go to 2 nest balls. It's just, I really don't want the situation where the trolley's prized and then we have, like, no basic Pokemon search. Or the situation where you end up with no ability to get another Turtwig back late game. But that niche might just be able to be filled by Ultra Balls, to be fair. So we might just go, like, no nest for Ultra or something. And just say, like, don't prize the trolley at the beginning and you're fine. No, they're making us go first! Well, we'll see how this deck does without that TM Evo play. Still no basic. What are we up against? Ancient Box. Ancient Box is pretty good because the dark types have, grass weakness. We're also going to be trading single prizers, but our single prizers have HP in the 2-prizer range, so the start of the game will be pretty good. This starting hand is not it, actually. But at least we have Iono, so we could Iono and see what we can get. Yeah, we'll just... we at least top deck something in case they pop off and get the Vengeance Fletching here, which isn't that hard for them to do. Now they're confused. They're confused. They've never seen this before. We got them on the ropes. Our deck is not made for Pokestop. There are way too many grass Pokemon in it that we're just going to throw away all of our Turtwigs. But, worst comes to worst, after the Iono, if we don't get it, we can Pokestop, find the trolley, and just pop off. Believe. Or we just top deck the Arven here, and it's just like, essentially nothing happened that first turn. Are they bricked? I was gonna say, hey, they haven't concealed yet. Wurmple versus Roaring Moon, right where I want him. Yeah, but I've got the weakness. Bug weakness, grass weakness. Yeah, that's why we didn't attach the energy to the Wurmple. We kind of figured he was going down here. Kind of interesting that the Ancient Box player decided to go second. I feel like a lot of Ancient Box players are going first these days. Just expecting not to get the Sada. And just wanting to get an extra turn of just like setup and stuff in the discard. Alright, so we've got Grass. We've got Evo. Iono, and it shows up the trolley. Come on. Come on. Come on. You know you want to. No. I mean, it's not bad. Right? Do this. We're going to rip the Pokestop. Actually, I should have deck checked. I should have deck checked with that Nest Ball. Oof! Ultra punished. You love to see it. Okay. We also didn't have another Wurmple, which is kind of what I wanted. I wanted another Wurmple so that we could get the Beautifly going, and in fact, we don't. So, TM Evo, give me 2 Grodels. Yeah, what is my deck looking like, besides not great? The trolley was there. We could have had it. We could have had it all, rolling in the deep. That's okay. We have Arven. We have Grass Energy. So we Arven for the counter gain, and we can attack next turn. We'll just be 2 prizes behind. But then we're going to have a fat Torterra, so... Okay, this is the point where the opponent reads the cards that they've never seen before. Pokestop. Binding Mochi means they are playing Pecharunt EX, so if they get desperate, or if we try to boss Saul the Radiant Greninja, can get a 2-prizer on the board. They're only hitting 140 now, so theoretically we have a chance that our Torterra survives. So our first shell will be for the big boy. Our second shell will be for Cricketune. Our Arven is actually going to be for a Stretcher. And the Counter Gate, of course. But the Stretcher, not the Trolley, because we don't have any Wurmples left in deck, and we need that Wurmple back so we have some sort of draw support. So give me him back. Grass. Counter Gain. Eva Press for 300 with the weakness. Shouldn't this guy avoid knocking out your Relor so you don't get a free swap and he can just set up freely? No. The Relor had one retreat, and it had an energy on it. So I would just retreat the Relor. So he's, it's in his best interest to take the prize, since he knows that I'm going to swap anyway. So now the question is, he didn't play Sada last turn, but that's because he didn't have a full discard pile. Does he have the Sada in hand, or is he stuck? And do we get some turns to run it up on him? Nest Ball for nothing. Interesting. Concealed, okay. Ultra Ball away a couple of Ancients. Yep. Understands the booster capsule is not going to help him this game. Oh, he got the Secret Box. Rip. Oh well. Because this is definitely going to let him get the Sada and get to 230. How many energy do we have in our discard? 1, 2, once this guy goes down. I'm trying to decide whether it's better to Stretcher for a guaranteed energy or we Bug Catching Set for probably 1 energy and like a Pokemon. Oh yeah, this is the best turn he could ask for right here. Man, it will be nice to see Pokestop go. And the Superior Energy Retrieval. To get rid of 2 Explorer's Guidances. He must have been at like 210 or 220 for the damage output that he's doing here. Let's see what he does. 240, yeah, so he needed to do that. Bummer! Alright, we can still make this work. I want to get a Silcoon, so I think we Bug Catching Set. And Counter Gain. I think worst comes to worst, we can Pokestop, right? So catch the bugs! Not the bug we wanted. Rip the Pokestop. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, chat. Against my better judgment. It was, in fact, not the best judgment call. Because now we don't have that Torterra. Wait, actually, we have Candy Beautifly. Interesting. But do we think we would find the single Stretcher or an Arven? Probably not. I think we're going big Torterra now. Unfortunately. So we'll Candy Beautifly. I kind of should have seen that before and drawn with that, but... You... you. Stoke Straw for 5. Did we vac away their Pokestop? Have they thrown away a Pokestop yet? No, they just replaced that Pokestop, don't they? But I also don't see a harm in it. It at least slows them down. Even though I'm pretty sure with the secret box they got a Pokestop. This at least means that maybe our next stadium bump our temple sticks. So we are in a pickle ickle. This Torterra is going to go down. He's going to go down to 2 hits, so we're going to get some value out of him. But once he goes down, we are up the creek without a paddle. We need to find Iono so that we can disrupt this hand of theirs, because it's just getting too big. What did he stretch it back? Just a moon? Yeah. Yeah, so they can get the full value out of the Sada. Makes sense. Alright, 2 moon setup is not so hot. But like I said, he's not one-shotting this Torterra, ever. This deck struggles to do 300. It will never, ever do 380. Oh my god. Cynthia's theme. It's gonna help add back his 2 Sadas. Ah, boss. Yeah, that makes sense too. Oh, he is playing the Bonnet list. I disagree. I disagree with the Bonnet. I think it is a crutch. I think it's pretty dumb. 260. That was not 380, in fact. Alright, let's put you down. What the hell are we looking at here? I'm gonna Arven for Super Rod TM Evo. We're gonna Rod back 2 Torterras and a Grotle. I'm going to Ultra Ball these cards. Or a Grotle. We will Sundrent Shell for a Silcoon, just so we don't draw into a Silcoon. Give him the old Grass Energy. Stoke Straw. Does Counter Catcher help us anymore? I don't think so. Not unless we're gonna Iono. We're not Iono right now, so... Yep, I think we just Forest March for 360. And, we put it all on one last turtle and an Iono, hopefully. Oh, he's got the dark. Yeah, I don't think we win this. I think we were just too slow at the beginning. Why would he Pokestop and throw away his Sada? That's so not it. Oh, hi, Trolley. You're here just a few turns too late. Just a few. So we still have an Iono deck, yes? Okay, so we have one Iono deck. We want to try to find that. Ugh. Ah! Trolley for nothing. Stretch your back. I don't know. A Turtwig? Sure. Stoked Straw. Show me that Iono. Oh, I guess I'm gonna trolley back the other Beautifly. God, I'm so dumb. Imagine being me. 500. We hope that he just doesn't have a Dark Energy, I guess. Could not be me. Could not be smart, chat. Yep. Bummer. Let's see. If I structure back the Beautifly, I get like one more card. So unless the next card was literally Iono, then we still lose. And even if it is Iono, we might still lose. It's no guarantee that we win. Just makes it harder. Oh well. Oh well. Level 10? I prestige chat. So that's like level 110, basically. It doesn't show anywhere on your, like, profile that you prestige, which is kind of weird. But... I don't know, dude. Small indie company, Pokemon. At least your shorts were comfy. That is true. But were they easy to wear? We ask the real questions around here. Oh, it's the Hall of Fame music. Or, does that mean we're at the end of the soundtrack, or does it have the, Does it have the post-game soundtrack, too? No, we still got like 2 hours of this, soundtrack. Do I want to go first? No, in fact. Ah, the double Wurmple start. You love to see it. Also, what's the rest of this hand, dude? Oh boy. We let Sarah GX go first. Not that it matters. We have fire weakness. Literally any amount of fire energy in the discard would just, like, toast us alive. So this will be a great... I mean, if we can set up, right? Obviously, this hand is not it. But, this will be a great test of, hey, we're just going to throw single prizers, and you're going to throw 2 prizers, and we're going to see who kind of, like, attritions first. I will say, I have not felt bad about the Wurmple Beautifly. I thought, because it's a stage 2, I would have felt bad about it, but the amount of times when we wouldn't have been able to find a barrel, and we at least found like a Solcoon to set up a Beautifly next turn, has been okay. And obviously discounting the games where we TM Evo immediately, and that just feels great. So, oh no. Yeah, I mean, it's mostly oh no because of the start. The weakness was never going to matter here, because you're going to see by turn 2 they're doing 300 damage anyway. It's just a matter of, like, this hand is not it. I'd love an Arven. Top deck Arven. They are playing water, so they did play the Palkia in here. We just haven't seen it. Top deck Arven! No. Never that easy. Alright, give me... that. Give me... Yeah, the start is not it. Maybe Pokegears? Maybe Pokegears. We're already thinking about cutting some, like, nest balls and stuff, right? So, like, maybe Pokegears? Because it's kind of got the same vibe as, like, Lost Box, say, right? Where you need to find a Colress every one of those first couple turns. Like, I need to find an Arven turn 1, probably turn 2. So, like, maybe, like, 2 Pokegears. This Ceruledge is going to do an insane amount of damage to this little Wurmple. Everybody hold on to your hats. See, we could one-shot it back if we had any kind of setup, but we don't. So. Wurmple, no! He's just a little guy. Don't do this to him. I think if we don't top deck a supporter, we just concede. Go to the next game. Because we could sit here and chain Groddles all day long and just survive, but it's not going to matter. No, we just go next. F's in chat for Wurmple. Yeah, let's do quick edits. Because yeah, I'm not seeing the need for as many Nest Balls and Ultra Balls as we have right now. I think we could just go 2 each, because we have the bug catching sets too. And let's put in a Pokegear. Because what we can also do is there's those turns where we Arven and we don't know what item to grab, we can just grab a Pokegear with that. So let's do that. My, like, Nest Ball count was more so if we only had ways of finding things with Nest Ball and Trolley. But we don't. We have Groddle, so we don't necessarily need heavy into the Nest Balls. Yes, go first. We will go second. You love to see it. Okay, but, like, you also love to see a usable hand, so. Darkrai sleeves. Do we think they're turbo dark? Because we like that. Start the Rellor just because 9 times out of 10, if this guy gets knocked out, it's not going to matter. Fluttermane? That could be a lot of things. It is Gardevoir. How does the Guardy matchup go? We unfortunately don't have a Grass Energy, so we can't Evo this turn, but we'll grab it for next turn, just in case they don't end up, like, Ionoing us out of this. Trolley! Turtwig, Cricketop, Wurmple. The gang's all here. We're gonna save the ones in our hand. Again, just for the Iono play. That's why we're thinning the deck. And then we pass. So assuming we don't Iono, we Arven for a bug catching set to find a Grass Energy and set up that way. But we're kind of almost baiting out the Iono with the Evo. So, we'll see what they do here. Secret Box, they're probably going to use that to grab Arven and do a TM Evo of their own, if I had to guess. Oh, or not. Oh, any day now. There we go. Oh, they've got Candy Guardy. And then a research. Wow. Good turn 2 for them. Found the Earthen Vessel for the TM Evo. Okay. Even threw away a Psychic with that. Pretty good. Pretty good first turn for them. Or second turn. The keys! Not gonna help you in this game. Oh, are just going for a raw attack. Interesting. We'll put this one up in case we top deck a Grotle or we get a Grotle off of the bug catching set. Oh, sweet. Actually, let's bug catch. Oh man, perfect. Okay. Because then we can do this, 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 Iono. Chat, I have to go to the bathroom something fierce. I might do that after this turn. If I'm being honest. How many energy do I have in discard? I don't necessarily want to counter gain. Or not counter gain, counter catcher. So let's TM Evo. We'll do a Whirlpool and a Turtwig like we've done before. And then I gotta pee. I'm back. I see it's my turn. Also, okay. Let's see here. So we will Sun Drenched or probably Beautifly. Oh wait, no, we should Sun Drench for a second Grotle. Duh. One energy in discard, huh? Okay. Let's Arven for a bug catching and see what we get off of that. That's pretty good. Actually, I quite like that. Yeah, so thinking. Computing. We counter catcher up the Gardevoir EX. We can now use this Sundrent shell to go grab a Cricketune. We can use this Sundrent shell to go grab Beautifly. That Fluttermane was locking down our active Grodle's ability. We have Torterra. We have Grass. We're just going to do an Evo here, and we'll put the counter gain on there, I guess. And Stoke Straw. And now we Evo press for 300. It is not a knockout, but it does strand this Gardevoir in the active unless they Turo. Because they can't Psychic Embrace to it now. Even with Monkey Dory, they would only heal 30 off of it, so they couldn't Psychic Embrace twice. So... Sorry about having to run to the bathroom, chat. I was sitting here and I'm like, I can do it between games or whatever, and then all of a sudden the Dr. Pepper I had earlier was like, no, you can't. Alright, there's the Turo. We do get them to waste the Turo, though, so that we can do this play again with Boss's Orders next turn. Okay, so they did not put the other Gardevoir back down. That's okay, because we're in Iono now. So, we'll do this Sundrent Shell to go find Torterra. And evolve Attach, because we know with the counter gain on that guy, we want that guy to be kind of up and ready to go. We're going to use this to grab the other Beautifly, just to thin before we Iono here. Because thinning is winning, as the kids say. Now we'll Iono. And this will just make it harder for them to find that Gardevoir EX again and do anything. They already burnt their Moonlit Hill. They probably only play Moonlit Hill. They're not going to play anything that's going to screw us up, certainly. So we'll put the Stretcher down, or the Temple down, not the Stretcher. Just so that we can Stoke Straw. Yeah, we only have one Rellor in the discard, so we're not going to do any of the recovery options. Yep. And then we'll Evo Press for 300. We don't need to be doing 300 right now, obviously. That, Fluttermane had, what, like 50 health left? But, we needed to do 300 to force that Turo last turn. So that's why we kind of, like, had to chain together the Counter Catcher, Bug Catching set, all that jazz. And we've got two Beautiflies set up. So if they try to go for one of those on the bench, we're okay. I would probably should have done two Cricketsoons, because they have the bench snipe turn-off option. Ideally, this is a game where I would have set up Rellor, so that Screamtail is useless. But Sulavu. Stretch your back what? A Curlia? Yeah, okay. Because they don't have a Gardevoir EX in the discard because they Turoed it, so. I don't know. So they're just digging for that Guardy again. Makes sense. There it is. Going with Drifloon as their main attacker right now. We'll see how much damage they put onto this Drifloon. Only 40. In that case, I think we try to use this Pokegear to find the boss and do another Strand Gardevoir play. So we'll Sun Drench just to thin a little bit, go grab Turtwig. Let's see. So yeah, we've got one boss left in there. We already used our counter catcher, so Arvin's not going to help us here. Let's do this. This. We'll give the counter gain here. Yeah. Alright, Stuck Straw for 2. Easy as that. Easy as that. Boss, give me a Gardevoir. And then we'll... Nope, not do that. Oh, shoot. Evopress is only doing 250. Oh, rip. I'm dumb. Imagine being smart. Couldn't be me. Because they just took a knockout and I don't have an evolution. I just have a grass in play. Oh my god. Could not be me, chat. Alright, that was pretty dumb. Poopy. Oops. Because we have no more Gust, so this Gardevoir having damage on it will not matter anymore. We had to put 300 on it that turn. It was 300 or bust. So. Oops. I used to have in this deck the Gengar that got itself back from the discard, but that's just like... There's just no space for it. Now, we do have a vacuum, so we can vacuum off this Bravery turn. And take a 2-prize turn here. Oh, is this the underground music? Let's go. They still have yet to put a Dark Energy on this Monkey Dory, interestingly. I think it's the 1 Energy, 1 Dark list, and it's probably just prized. Because if they were doing that, then they could have taken this Kricketune out a long time ago and made things easier on themselves. Alright, so we'll Sun Drenched for another Grotle. Just kidding, it's prized. Or something. Oh, so is the vacuum? Oh god, I'm so dumb. Chat. Never be me. It's okay, we can make this work. We don't really need the Poke here, we have such draw at this point, so... Kieran, I forgot. We could. There is a play where we could have counter-catchered Kieran. I gotta learn this deck, believe it or not. Vacuum being prized is pretty lame, pretty cringe, as the kids say. But then again, I guess so is their Dark Energy being prized. So. Still, I'm liking the way this deck is flowing. It feels better than before when you just had to like Artisan, Nest Ball, and stuff, and it sucked. This definitely feels good. Like, it sets up pretty well. The power level of it is questionable, but that's also just meta-dependent, and also this is not a meta deck. It was never going to be incredibly powerful, so. What is this? What is this song? This can't be from the original. Oh, it's the game corner. Okay. That makes sense. It also makes sense why I didn't hear that much. Alright, so we're going to hit my benched Grotle. Is that the idea here? Yeah, I think at this point we just trade single prizes back and forth and I lose. I think we needed some sort of turn with that Gardevoir to not fail it. Let me see here. We might just concede and go next. Yeah. Because at this point we'll just trade. They'll just put Screamtail, or they'll just Super Rod and Stretcher back their attackers. I needed them to not find that Gardevoir after that turn that they turned it up, or I needed to actually remember my tools, and that I have a Kieran and I can one-shot a Gardevoir with Counter Catch a Kieran. I was just so obsessed with stranding it, and it just didn't matter because, imagine if I could actually have skill in this game. The song does bop. It's great gambling music, and especially children gambling. It's good stuff. Alright, we're going second. You love to see it. Okay start. We do have the Evo Grass Energy, and we have Iono, so we could get lucky. It is Cerulege. Okay, so let's see if this is a more appropriate one, where, like, yes, we, like, they power up fast, but then we're just hitting hard right back with single prizers. Or if this is a not-so-hot matchup anyway. Also, setting up Kricketune is going to be the lowest thing on the priority list because we're not surviving hits anyway. It's only going to be there to just be an evolution if need be. Oh, the turn 1 jamming tower! No! No! Curses! That's okay, we'll find our out. Just believe, just pray. Bless up, chat. Okay. Long deck search. I get it prize checking, but also that deck just goes fast, so how much prize checking is there? Like, just check if your ace-spec's there. How many Ceruleges are there? Fire! Wada. Okay, they do play Palkia. Will they get the Palkia down, and do we have to worry about it is the real question. Squawksies. Briar. Okay. Blender. Throw away a bunch of energy. Carmine. Oh man, they are cooking. Second jamming tower's gone though. That's at least good. And I get to play. Well, maybe. We still have to see what this Iona gives us. That is Stadium Bump, at least. It's not Basics. I wanted Basics so that I can get the full value of this TM Evo. Okay. I don't even know. We do this. We do... Wurmple. Vacuum away the jamming tower. And Evo these two. This will at least allow us to attack next turn. And get the Beautifly in play so that we can start getting set up. We're not gonna KO by any means, but oh well. It's the Giratina fight. I'm playing the Platinum soundtrack specifically. They're gonna motivate. No. But what if? What if? They're gonna Will-O-Wisp! No. But what if? Ask not for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for Giratina. Oh, and the boss. Rude. And we could skip. Oof, that boss is killer. Because we actually had a chance if we could, like, next turn just Grotle for Silcoon, evolve, attack, Silcoon sets up something, you know? Really, just not hitting these Arvins. Would love to see Arvin Trolley, like, first turn. I mean, I guess that could have been worse, right? I could have not cleared the jamming tower, or not seen, like, the TM Evo or something, and that would have been just, fat L. Oh no, please don't make me go second. Hold my headphone out. Get stuck on my chair. No, not second. Alright, Relor. Get out there and do your job. We do have an Arvin in hand, so you'll love to see it. We do, however, have Silicon Beautifly in hand, so depending on pricing, that might be bad. Oh, is this going to be another Ogre Pond Cornerstone? Because if so, we're just going to win. Terrapagos. So, something that needs Terras in play. What are we thinking, like... Lightning? I don't know what we're looking at. Reggie's, maybe? There it is. There it is. This is how the deck's supposed to work. And we do, in fact, have another Silcoon in there. Let me just triple check, but... Yes, we do. Okay. The way that just hovers there is so weird. And Grotle. And next turn we should be pretty good. We're probably not going to attack. I mean, I guess we could with Torterra EX. I want to see what the hell this deck is, so I don't know yet. This is the part where my opponent goes, what am I playing against? Crispy boy. Oh, crispy boy. So we're gonna grab 2 and attach them to Ogerpon here, I imagine. Okay. Dude, I love the back of a card. That's so cool. Okay, it's fighting energy. That makes sense. Is this just, like, worse, like, Ogerpon Noivern? Like, why does it have a Terapagos in it? Anyway, we will go on the offensive here with the Torterra EX, because we can one-shot. So, time for some Sun-Drenched Shell chaining. Oh, the Torterra EX is prized, but we can use counter gain. That's okay. And Sun-Drench. Cricketune. Beautifly. We're gonna Sun-Drench for Torterra EX, and then we're gonna draw Beautifly and... Or not Torterra EX, just regular Torterra. Draw the Beautifly and see if we can get the Arven Raw, and we don't have to waste this Pokegear. Or the Counter Gain Raw, I guess, also works, but... That's Counter Catcher, not Counter Gain. That's Boss, that doesn't help us. Okay. Well, we'll counter catch Terapagos just to slow him down. I don't particularly feel like taking a 140 hit right here. I still think we're sitting pretty. This setup's just too good. Even if this Arven's for a switch, again, we don't mind taking the 140. Especially since it's going to be hard for them to set up a second attacker. Gravity Gemstone. Okay. Do you see this guy's retreat cost? I wasn't retreating him anyway. I still have no idea what I'm playing against. Like, what has the Terapagos in it? Like, is this just a wall box, but they're planning on using Crown Opal against, like, Raging Bolt or something? Like, what? No. I don't know what this is. Knockdown, okay. So they... I assume they have Fan Rotom, and they just didn't get it first turn. Eevee? Sylveon? What is this? What is this deck? That Eevee does kind of scare me, as funny as that sounds. Because I know what it does. I've been making it for Depresso. It shuffles back things on my bench, which I don't particularly want. Because I like this setup. So let's grab this. We will Stoat Straw. This gives me Grass or Counter Gain, then we boss up the Eevee. That's exactly what it gave me. So we will Counter Gain. We'll boss up the Eevee. We'll shell for the other Beautifly for next turn, just to evolve immediately. It just limits our top deck options, right? And now we'll Evo Press. Because, yeah, I don't particularly want to get Angelated. I am liking the flow of this deck. We've had some games where it bricks, but what deck doesn't? The flow of this feels really good. Weekly Trolley Evo, which is kind of what any Trolley deck is built around, right? It's just finding Trolley first turn. So, it's kind of the best I could ask for. Obviously, like, the refinements of the counter gains and energy counts and nest ball counts and stuff, it's going to take some tweaking. I like the tweaks that we've made already. I'm sure as I play, I'm going to find others. Bad Eevee. Okay, the Cape. We're still hitting for weakness. I'm going to hit you for 600 damage this turn. But you do you, boo. I didn't even have to use the Arvin to get bug catching set. You'd love to see it. Still will. Grab that and that. We'll put the Evo on just to burn it. And then, yeah. Evo cross. I don't necessarily want to Sun Shell and fill my hand with crap right now. Even though my hand is going to fill with crap here. Just because I'd like to get some value out of Stoke Straws. You know, I'm not sitting on any supporters at the moment, so. Okay, I mean, yeah, you could evolve to Sylveon. You got the wrong type of energy on there. Yeah, there we go. I don't know what that deck was, but it was not working. If you're curious, I do have a Sylveon list built. I'll show it to you after the game breaks. I'll try this again. But I do have a Sylveon list built. It does play Terrapagos. It does not play Cornerstone. I think Cornerstone's not the way to do it, because there's no synergy with those energy. Whereas the Terrapagos, it uses 2 out of the 3 that the Sylveon already uses for Crown Opal. Obviously, it's got colorless for its first attack. And so you can actually use the A-Spec that they should be using, which is the Sparkling Crystal, and you can use that to set up the Crown Opal wall if you need to. But that's it right there. Kind of the Fan Rotom knocked out engine, couple Terrapagos, 3 Sylveons. It feels pretty good right now. Crispin Briar for some stuff. It feels pretty good. Feels about as good as you can get that deck. It's not going to be a regional winning archetype, but it does work. Being able to Angelite turn 2 and get rid of an opponent's like setup like Pidge and Dragapult or something is really good. So, yeah. Once again, thanks for hanging out, y'all. Appreciate you spending your day off with me instead of mauling somebody in a Walmart parking lot. We always love to see that. We don't particularly condone murder on this channel. So yeah. Ooh, this hand is not it. Ooh. Playing the Dingus. Goldango. Maybe this mulligan gives us the Arvin. Give us the Trolley. Alright, I mean... Top deck Arvin? Top deck TM Evo? We're in business? I wonder if we do Town Store as our thing instead of Temple of Sinnoh. Because, like, effectively, what are we, like, screwing over with Temple? Lugia, right? Like, I guess screwing over Lugia's fine. I don't really hate the Lugia matchup anyway. But, like, say we, like, top deck Town Store, top decking Town Stores, top decking Team Evo. So maybe we do that. Maybe we swap that right here. Oh my god, or we just get the Arvin. It's just that easy, chat. Alright, let's Trolley. I mean, that is the 5 basics out of the 6 basics that makes sense, so. What are we looking at here? We're looking at Grodels. We had solid, thick Silcoon Cascoon. You'll have to see it. We've got all that. Yep. There's that random pause for some reason. We are going to grab the candy just in case they pop off. TM Evo, both of our counter gain. Oh no, we have a counter gain in hand. Never mind. So we'll do this. We'll do this. We have counter gameplay too. We've got a lot of options for next turn, which is good. So let's do that and that. I guess we did prize 2 Grodels, so the candy's not a bad idea just for, like, if this guy doesn't go down, we can candy, and do that. But yeah, we kind of expected them to go to Goldango this turn. Oh, I did not notice the Duskull come down. That is annoying. Because if they decide to pop our benched Groudal or our benched Silcoon, we are going to be sad. No, going with the Togekiss. Little cheaty thing you can do with Live. Well, they're Cypher Maniacing, so we still not be safe. But cheaty thing you could do with Live is there was no pause on that rare candy, which means they only had one target. They had the Togekiss only. They did not have Dusknoir. However, they Cypher Maniac for Ultra Ball rare candy so that they could Ultra Ball, or they could Pokestop and get that value. So yeah, things are not looking great. It's okay, we have a bug catching set and a prayer, chat. Active. Interesting. Active Turtwig. Not benched Groudal or anything? Alright, I mean, we'll feed you the Wurmple. Did they not have Knock? Like, why would they do that? No, they have Earthen Vessel. So, like... Huh. See, I would have popped the bench Groudal, and then... Or the bench Silcoon, depending on how much of a threat you thought that was, and then just make it rain on the active Turtwig. Shows you what I know. Alright, if we can get a Gust, we'll take out Togekiss, because we're not going to one-shot this Goldango here. Let's see what this bug catching set gets us. We need at least a Grass Energy, and we got that. We did get a Torterra, so we'll do that. Now we can do this Sun-Drenched Shell for Beautifly. Grass, Counter Gain, Cricket Tots. What are we doing now? 120? Yeah, that's not it. Let's see. Vacuum away the Pokestop. And Stoke Straw for 3. Okay. Fairly certain we have Counter Catcher in deck. Yep. So we Counter Catcher up the Togekiss and take that out so that they stop getting that that option. That coin flip option. We'll just do this, just in case some of these lists do play Iono. I think that's kind of the best that we could do, rebounding off of that. Obviously, I think they Dusknored improperly. Getting that second counter gain is actually great. We're not going to be able to one-hit KO this Goldango, unfortunately, just because of our board state. They took out too many things that first turn, and we didn't find, like, another Turtwig or something on the bench. But, c'est la vie. We could actually go, like, Torterra EX here, Grass, and then, like, Iono and two-shot him. Well, maybe we don't even Iono. Let's see what the hell his hand looks like. Because it can't be that good. We're looking at 3 Gimme Ghouls and a single Goldango. We haven't seen the Energy Search Pro. Oh, yep, there's the Iono, so that's why we burned that TM Evo. You know, actually, we take this. We take this. Do we think this guy lives? Because if this guy lives, then we can Cricketune. No, okay, there's the Superior. This guy does not live, because unfortunately we did not have a Cricketune set up. Would have been nice. But we at least we took away that 2 prize option with the Togekiss. That's all we really wanted to do last turn. Because now we can make this prize trade in our favor. Like, guaranteed. No coin flips involved. Alright, so you go up. You will probably end up being the big turtle. We'll see. Nest Ball for the Relor. Just going to maximize Torterra's damage output there. Cricketune. Stretcher, a Turtwig. Grass. Sun-Drenched Shell, Big Turtle. This Big Turtle is now going to require 8 energy, like we've seen in the past games. Stoked Straw for 5. Do we particularly... I guess we could get another Cricketune with the bug catching set, so... We'll bug catch. I don't think we'd necessarily use either of the other supporters. Not really anything interesting to bug catch, but thinning is winning. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that we necessarily need anything there. So, I think we just go Forest March. And we hope that whatever this hand is, it's not enough to get 8 energy, and that we can just both go ticky-tacky here. Even if it is enough to get 8 energy, that means that they have to use 2 superiors. We haven't used our rare candy yet, so we do have the option of, like, Turtwig rare candy. We really haven't gotten any value out of Gardenia. I really wish we could get some value out of the Gardenia in this deck. Like, if they don't knock out this turn, this would be a great turn to Gardenia. Alright, the Turo's kind of annoying. And by kind of, I mean very. So now their hand's looking fatter, so this Iona's looking nicer. But we'll see what it ends up at the end of the turn. Because it might just be 2 superior or 8 energy, and they might end up with like 1 card in hand. Do 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 do. Yeah, so here's their 2 superior turn. This is 3 of their 4 superior, I believe, though. Oh, and they threw away the stretcher with the superior. Okay. Hang on, I don't think it updated. Yeah, now it's 3. Alright, let's see. We're gonna thin a little bit. We're gonna get rid of a grass and the Silcoon. To grab... I guess we'll grab the other Beautifly. Yeah, we want to find Arven or Candy. So we want to do this. We're going to... Pokegear for Arven. Yes, thank you. Arven for Candy counter gain. Stoked Straw? I would love to see, like, Super Rod. Hey! You love to see it. Alright. So let's get a Turtwig. Probably energy and Scrotal back, I think was probably the play. Fortunately, we don't have like a nest ball or something, but that's okay. We Evo Press for 120. It's the best we can do this turn. But we just hope that they don't have 5 energy. They don't have like the superior and the less energy. Oh, okay. They just have boss. And just 2 energy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can't do much against that. We played to our outs. Yeah, that turn to Dust Noir, I think is really what screwed us over there. Because it kind of messed up our setup, it messed up our damage output. So yeah. Let's go 1 or 2 more. Feeling like 1 or 2 more today's stream. Gen 4 bops. Oh, excuse me. I'm not that tired. I slept in today. I didn't have work. Oh! The run back. Rematch. They choose first. Makes sense. It's Goldango. Okay. I mean, I could work with this. We do at least have Arvin Trolley. So the 1 Cricket's hot start's not terrible. I think essentially we're just hoping to not see that Turo turn, right? That Turo turn was where they swung the game. Because if I could 2-shot that Goldango, then that's a totally different game. They get Togepi, okay. And that's it. Okay. So no Dust Noir, thankfully. Do we even need the Arvin? I mean, we'll play it, of course. But, guess we'll grab Counter Gain Bug Catch. Seems good. Or do we grab Counter Gain Pokegear? Because we don't necessarily need a Bug Catcher. We're going to get set up here. Trolley! All aboard the Turtwig Trolley. God, that feels good. That feels so good. It was such a bear to get those into play before. And now it's just like, Trolley Evo, and we're cooking. Could I have gotten 2 Wurmples? I guess I could have gotten 2 Wurmples, but I'm worried that this Cricketop's going to go down this turn, so I want the Cricketine. Like, sure, they could, like, boss up this, like, Silcoon and take out my draw, but that's okay. Cypher, and then Concealed Cards. The Cypher's probably going to give him, what, Goldango Energy Search Pro? I don't know why people were sleeping on Cypher Maniac in this deck for so long. As soon as it came out, I was like, oh, Goldango's cracked with that. But people were just like, oh no, it's 4 Iridas. I was like, what do you mean? It's like 3 to 4 Cypher, for sure. Alright, we push this guy up. And we start the chain. And technically we already have one in hand, so... Boop. Boop. Sun-drenched for... Beautifly. What we're going to do here is we're going to see what Beautifly gives us, maybe even this Pokegear gives us before we use this last Sun-drenched. So let's stoke Straw. Okay, Pokegear for... Interesting, we could Gardenias. We know their hand's full of energy, though, so Iono's not terrible. Let's just roll Iono. Worst comes to worst, we Sun-drenched Shell for the Torterra. Yeah, and that's what we're gonna do. We'll Nest Ball for... Do we get the Relo, or do we just put the, No, I think we just put the Wurmple in our hand down. I really wanted to get the Cricketine, because that just makes him burn one more energy. But beggars cannot be choosers. Unless we have an ideal board state, we are not one-shotting one of these Goldengos because of that grass resist. So, like, even Kieran doesn't get around that. So, it's just unfortunately what this matchup is. Alright, no Turo. No Turo! No cringe Turo! I don't know why he keeps failing these Nest Balls, because those are things that you could throw away with the Superior Energy Retrieval, so that just feels wrong. It just feels like he's not deck searching properly. Like, cards in hand is what this deck wants. You're not trying to, like, thin it to, like, get value out of, like, you know, Bibarel or Beautifly kind of thing. You're not worried about the Iono, so, like, it just feels kind of weird. Welcome in, Funny Panda. Apologies, there's supposed to be a custom notification for that, but alas, oh, there is not. It is broken. But thanks for the follow. Thanks for hanging out as we get this turtle deck going. The boss Cricketot's annoying because that means that we can't get this Torterra to 230. We do have the knock this turn, which is nice. And we do have the luxury of using this Gardenia to its full effect. So that's pretty good, I guess. What do we do here? How do we sequence this? Let's do a Sun-Drench for Silcoon. I would Sun-Drench for the other Kricketot, but it's not in the deck. Or it's already been knocked out, maybe? Oh yeah, it started the game, that's right. So yeah, let's do this. We have Rod Stretcher. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this. We're going to shell for a Torterra. We're going to attach this grass. Back here. We don't need it on the active because the counter gain. Love you, counter gain. We're going to straw. See what we get. Okay. We're going to Arven for Rod. Well, actually, we don't have Search. Let's Arven for Stretcher. Stretcher back, Kricketot. Do we necessarily do any of the rest of those? No, I don't think so. Because again, they do have an Iono in deck. We know this from the last game we played them. So, we take that out. That feels pretty good. Just wish we had that Cricketune. We had to make him burn 5 energy on the Torterra instead of 4. The good news is Duskull cannot kill this Torterra. So this Torterra is staying next turn for an attacker. We need to see them not get this Togekiss in play. They play the baby Goldango? I don't think that's correct. I think that baby Goldango's just not it. Like, I mean, sure, you can attack a Mimikyu, but, like, just play Canceling Clone. Dun 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 dun. If they don't get knockout this turn, we can one-shot them back, because we can do 300 minus the 30 resistance. Any turn that they're getting a knockout, though, we can't do that. Ooh, putting on a Pheasantipity, giving me a nice spicy target. Love to see it. Yeah, love to see it. Especially since we already have the counter catcher in hand, so, like, if they do take this knockout and we can't knock out active Goldango, then we just counter Pheasantipity. Because we can hit that for 250 and get the knockout. Can't do the Togekiss, okay. We're gonna see some heads flipping. Soup. I'm at soup. What do you mean you're at soup? I mean, I'm at soup. Why are you buying clothes at the soup store? Fuck you! Oh, Cricketune, where are you? Tails on the Togekiss. Let's see it. Oof, okay. This does complicate things. I would actually like to see my Iono at this point. Just one left in deck, yeah? Okay. Counter gain. Sundrent Shell for... I think we probably just do for Beautifly, because we have a lot of ways to get that last Cricketune. Bug Catch. Sure, we've got Ultra Ball, so taking things to grab or throw away with Ultra Ball is not bad. Bug Catch. There's the Cricketune. I would love the Iono, but I don't know if we can even get down low enough to Stoke Straw this turn. Let's try it, but I don't think the math is mathing. I'm ripping the Pokestop. I know it seems weird, but I want to find Super Rod. And I guess those work too. I was trying to play the counter catcher, please. Alright. Lots of stuff. Lots of stuff in hand. This hand's not getting down to Beautifly, I don't think. So I think we're going to actually... Gardeep? No, I got to get somebody in play next turn for... We got a Arven. Rod. Yeah, we just couldn't find that Iono, huh? Bummer. Rod. That right there. So we just need Evos. We don't necessarily need the full Torterra. Ultra Ball. Turtwig. Vacuum away the Pokestop. Just to reduce their draw next turn. Now we could Stoke Straw. I mean, after we supported and stuff. Dude, if it was the Iono, that would just be insulting. Alright, but we're going to get the Fez. We only have single prizers, so they still need to not only get knockout, but also flip heads on the Togekiss. So I feel like this is the best we could have done. Realistically. I guess they can also Dusk Noir and knockout. But again, that requires Candy Dusk, right? I don't know what they're looking at. Maybe the Dust Prize. Who knows? That's the best we could do. I would have loved to find a way to Iono that turn, but I think, like, short of just, like, failing all of the bug catching sets and going full in on finding the one Iono out of, like, 12 cards, that was our strategy, was to just set up a board state and assume that they are only taking one prize this turn, which is a tough assumption. There's the Dusk, okay. So they Dusk, pop our Cricketune. If they don't just take 2 prizes off of that raw, because they do flip the Togekiss coin for that, then we just get knocked out by this Goldango, I'm assuming. Oh, they didn't get the Wonder Kiss effect? I didn't see the Wonder Kiss effect. That's an interesting bug. That should have happened. They have the Superior anyway, so it doesn't matter. So we should get KO'd. This seems like a tough matchup. Purely because the Turo, honestly. Like, the Dusknoir is, like, swinging that, and the Togekiss is, like, obviously, like, changing things. But it's honestly the Turo, knowing that, like, damage doesn't necessarily stick on a Goldango, and so it's always risky to 2-shot. Now they're gonna flip heads. Sure. So, like, yes, the Togekiss matters. That's why the Togekiss is the deck to fix its game plan against single prizers, but, like, I think it's honestly the Turo that makes that matchup so interesting. And resistance doesn't help, but it also doesn't hurt. Like, it takes away our Kyurem option, but that's also only a 1 turn. That only fixes 1 turn in the game. Let's go one more, just because that one was a repeat against that same person, so it kind of doesn't count in my mind. Let's play one more against something else, something different. Let's get one more good game where we can, like, Trolley Evo first turn and see how this deck kind of really functions. It feels like this deck is missing one piece, but I don't know what it is. It could just be that we've hit bad matchups. We've hit a bunch of other single prize decks or the Goldango like 4 times now. And that if we were playing things like Charizard or Raging Bolt or something, Miraidon, we'd be doing better. But we haven't seen any of those like big basic EX decks. So it could just be our luck today. This hand is potentially not it. We'll see what the Iono gives us, but, not looking great at the moment. Bird? That could be a lot of things. Bird Poppin' still could be a lot of things. That could be less things. This is Dragapult. I think this is our worst matchup. Just because we're not one-shotting that Dragapult. And if we don't get the, Rellor set up, then they're going to start just kind of running all over us. Giving the board to Pidgey is interesting. Don't know that I would do that, because the Pidgeot has free retreat once you evolve it, and you're planning on evolving it, I assume. That does help a little bit. Just a teeny tiny bit. This is not the start that we wanted, but it's the start we got. Trip over. Oh, weren't we going to replace the Temple of Sinnoh with the town store? Because if that was a town store, that's a perfect example of where we could have town stored for a team Evo. So yeah, let's make that change before we end the stream. Because, like, again, Temple of Sinnoh is going to help you, what? Terrapagos and, Lugia? That's about it. But if that's a town store, then we town store for the Evo, and then we at least have something going here this turn. Instead, yeah, they're gonna just run all over us here. They're gonna Rare Candy to Dreepy, or Rare Candy to Dragapult. Let's just get out of here. Let's make that change and then play another one. Because they just attach the Sparkling Crystal there. They take out our Wurmple on the bench, and then we just have one single Grotle. Alright. Goodbye. Hello. Do we put 2 of these in and take out the Vacuum? I still do like the Vacuum. Do we just put 2 of these in and take out something else? Like, I don't know what we'd take out. This is so tight, this deck. Ah! No, let's just run with 1 for now. Alright, one more good game. I know I'm doing the thing where it's like, oh, I can't end on a loss, but that last game was not it. And it was mostly because of my forgetting to make that edit to the deck. Because if we evolve that turn, then we actually have a chance. Come on, be a Zard that we can just, like, walk all over. That'd be pretty cool. I do not want to go first. I want to go second. Oh! Oh, you'll love to see it. Can't wait for the trolley to be prized. Even if the trolley's prized, we Arven for a Nest Ball and we still have something. This tells me nothing! This is in every deck! But actually, though, Pheasantipity hitting the dab? Oh, it's another Goldango! No! No! Ripped you, dude. It's okay, we'll win it. We win these. Trolley's not prized. You love to see it. We already have Evo in hands. We'll grab the counter game. What are we looking at? Good amount of Turtwigs and stuff. We got a Silcoon in deck, so we're good to do that play. Sweet. Okay. So we'll Wurmple, we'll Trolley. For 1, 2, 3. Nope, not the Rellor. Cricketot, please. The deck works! Sometimes. Desperation Pokestop. It did not work. Do we have them? Are they cooked? I mean, they're going to evolve, I assume. That's why they retreated. Yep. Get the maximum amount of coin bonus. But, what if they don't even knock out this Wurmple? Wouldn't that be crazy? Let's go! We in there like swimwear. We do have an issue of this counter game's not active. But don't worry about it. That's why we use the big Torterra EX. Does this have a 3 retreat? Okay, so we want to retreat this Wurmple first. Nope. I keep clicking the wrong thing, please. Me and my shaky hands. Okay, let's do this. This is the one that can evolve still. We'll give you the counter gain. We'll give you a Silcoon. We'll Stoke Straw for 3. It did not get us there, unfortunately. Do we rip the Pokestop? I feel like we gotta be aggressive here, right? So let's rip the Pokestop. Nothing really of use. So let's do this. So we're ready for next turn, and we're going to get rid of their Pokestop because we don't particularly want them having access to that. And then we pass. So we at least make them take double the amount of energy they would if it was a Groudal. And we're ready for next turn's attack if we just get a Grass Energy and this guy lives. They got a fat hand, but it doesn't seem to be doing them much good. So... And remember, if they don't knock out this active Torterra, we can one-shot them. It's only when they knock out active that we can't rebound with 300, so... They did have another Pokestop, okay. That's gonna get them closer. That gets them a little closer. Earthen Vessel is not 5 energy, but I don't know what the rest of their hand's looking like. Also, I think this Goldengo's gone, so they can Ultra Ball for another Goldengo and evolve. And we'll get one more draw, and it'll somehow miraculously be like the Energy Search Pro or something. Threw away the Jamming Tower, even though they see me playing a counter game. The rest of that hand must be pretty good. Okay, there's the Superior. That'll get them 4. I assume they have a Metal in hand. But again, they got rid of the counter gain, so... And we have Kieran. So if we find a Grass Energy, we can actually take the return KO. Wait, no we can't, because the Metal weakness. Or Grass Resistance on Metal. Okay. Well, maybe we can Boss Fez. Oof. I don't even think we take that. Just so we can get more of the Stoke Straw. I need a Grass Energy. We have 1 in discard, right? So we can Arven for, we can Arven for the Stretcher. But I would love to be able to counter Catcher and do something this turn. There we go. Right, because I am doing 250 right now. Yes, I am doing 250 right now, so... And Super Rod, just in case they Iono us. I would like that, and let's say that. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so we're limiting their draw for this turn, so that hopefully they don't find 5 energy, or, you know, superior in another energy. But again, this is a game of attrition, and if they don't play that Duskull, then I think we're better off than the other one, because that means that, like, that's one less KO they have. Or, in other words, more energy they need to burn for an actual knockout. Oh man, passive. There's supposed to be a notification. Custom notification, not the default Streamlabs notification. It worked. So thank you. Stretching Togepi, or Togekiss back so that they can rare candy. Yeah, so that was a Cypher Maniac was a rare candy stretcher. Interesting that they didn't Pokestop for that then. Because that would have been the way that I would have done it. What do I know? I've only played Goldenga for a while. Passive, you are catching us at the end of the stream. This is probably our last game. Good Pokestop. Actually, very good Pokestop. For them, that is, not for us. Counter Catcher? Trying to shut off my draw. You did just see me shuffle in a Beautifly, though, so... Or maybe they literally only have 4 energy. They just have the superior. It could be. That's not great. I do think we're going to use the boss in our hand to take out this Togekiss. Because that's the way that they start winning this, is they don't go through 3 Torterra, they go through 2. So, let's Sun-Drenched Shell for a Grotle. Sun-Drenched Shell for that Beautifly. Put down this Kricketot. Boss, give me Togekiss. Well... Yeah, we already have 1 Grotle. Let's do that. Stoke Straw for 2. You like to see that? We'll do that. We'll hang on to the Bug Catching just in case there's an Iona in the future. And we'll Evo Press for the knock on the Togekiss. Now, we do still need to go through 2 Goldangas because we're out of Gust options. But this means that they have to go through 3 Torterras. Each of those Torterras costing 5 energy. And so we're just hoping to run them out of energy in this game. I think that's the key to this matchup. I'm revising my earlier thought about it being the Turo. I think it's running them out of energy, and the reason that we were losing to that other guy is because he was playing Dusknoir. And so that essentially is like a non-energy knockout, right? Interesting that they got the Energy Search Probe, but they haven't used it. They concealed first. Yeah, I would have not done that. But again, what do I know? I've only been playing this deck for a year. Alright, so they had the knock. We kind of expected this. Resource-wise, they've used 3 superiors already, though. So they are running low. We have used 1 Iona, so we could still hand Disrupt once here. And we still have our counter gain, too, so we've got that option for later. I've already used both my Rod and my Stretcher, and I think the other one's prized, right? So, we can find out here in a second. Let's get this Kricketune. Oh, the other Iona is prized, but that Stretcher is in there. So in that case, what we're going to do is we're going to Arbin for the Stretcher counter gain. Stretcher, that's our Turtwig. We will counter gain this guy. Grass here. Straw for 1. And I think we just swing. I think that's the best we can do. Is swing and hope they don't have the Terra. Alright, so there's their last superior, right? So, theoretically they use 5 energy to knock out this Torterra here. And then we put up the Torterra EX with 380 HP, and we say find 8 energy at the end of your game. Or the boss, but they already used the boss. No, they have not. That was a different game. So they still have boss. So that would be how they win as well, would be to just boss somebody up and take them out with like 2 energy or something. But we can't really play around that, so. What's our resource pool looking like? Kind of thin. Very thin. Got a lot of grass energy. I'd like to bump the Pokestop, probably. So we can try to draw for that with the Stoke Straw. But then again, if it's going to do that to me, then we'll just Gardenia here. And we're going to save that for, whatchamacallit? For any kind of, like, boss stall angle, assuming that they're out of energy. I mean, we're hoping one of these is our Iono. And it's not. We are, as you can see, out of Pokemon deck and out of our recovery, so this Grotle doesn't do anything except just evolve into more HP having. But... Alright, they Cypher. Do they actually have a win con at this point, is the question? Or have we run them dry? I hate that this is the Iono, this last prize card. Because you know, even if they don't have the boss this turn, that they're going to Cypher for the boss next turn, and then just boss one of the Cricketoons. And so I'd love to be able to Iono them this coming turn, so that they get boss but not the energy recovery. Again, assuming that they even have energy recovery left. We're looking at 9 energy and discard, all 4 superior, a stretcher. I mean, we're looking at them being out of resources, which is, like I was saying, kind of the way that we're going to win this battle. It's just attrition. We do have a problem in that we're going to deck out, because that last card, we didn't get an Ion off that pricing. So, we need to pick up the pace a little bit. Do you think they rage quit? You think they rage quit, chat? I think they rage quit. Man, if only I had a way to get one more grass Pokemon in play so that we could two-shot this Goldango instead of three-shotting. But yeah. I don't regret the super rub we did earlier to get Beautifly back in the deck, because it paid off, obviously. It's just rather unfortunate that we don't have another way to put one more into play. Because if they have a Switch or a Turo, assuming that they haven't just Rage Quit, if they have a Switch or a Turo, we lose because we deck out. Got a little too close to the sun there. Methinks they're gone. So how are you doing? How's your Friday? Black Friday for those of you in the States. Or I don't know, maybe it's even an international thing at this point. We love to export our shittiest culture here in the United States. Yep, there we go, they AFK'd. Alright, even though that was a sort of cheap win, I think we still were on track to win. I think we ran him out of energy, and that's the reason that they rage quit at the end there. So, we're gonna call that a win. Let's go over to the full screen cam. Hey chat, thank you for hanging with me during this 3-hour stream. Thank you for all the follows. We got a bunch of new follows this stream. Love to see it. Yeah, I'd love to kind of revive an old favorite of mine, so thanks for hanging out while I did that. Anybody I can send you to? Not at the moment, so I'll leave you to your Black Friday. Enjoy all of your sales, deals. Don't try to spoonerism them or combine them. And, yeah, maybe I'll see you for a stream this weekend. We'll, see what my schedule and my energy's looking like. But, yeah, I got a lot of stuff that I'm interested in playing on stream, so certainly a possibility. Anyway, stay safe. No dying in Walmarts. I'll catch you next time.